Hey Tumblr, it's the moment you've all been waiting for all day. And because I did it a little bit later than when I was planning, you get the answering questions nighttime version. I haven't had anything to drink. I'm just like this, and it'll be fun. I'm gonna dive right in because I got more questions than I expected. And I'm gonna start with the anon that I got, because I never actually get anons. And it turns out that vlogging brings them out of the woodwork. Who knew? So Anonymous asked, how single are you? Which is a weird way of phrasing it, which is fine. This is where vlogging falls short, because a gif of the "you must be new here" would be appropriate, because I am not very single at all. But I will say, Anon, thanks for your interest. If you had told my poor, awkward teenage self that one day an anonymous patron of the internet would have interest, I would not have believed you, so thank you for that, and sorry, and there you go. So Becky asked a shit ton of questions, and so did Brenna. And then Anna asked something. So why don't I start with her, since oh, and Allie did too. Okay, so Little Tiny Soprano says, my 5K is in a week and a half. She didn't say that, I did. What do you do in the morning before a race to make sure your body is ready for serious exercise? And parentheses, my body is ready. Her body is ready. Well, since I am a running expert, and we all know that I've got my whole routine down pat, and I never run into any issues whatsoever, I will say that it's different depending on the distance. I do, like for a 5K, I don't need to eat anything. I don't eat anything because it's a short race, and I'd rather not tempt the GI gods at all. So I like to make sure that I wake up early enough so that I can feel awake. And essentially get to the race on time, because I stress out about shit, and I don't want to do that. And then maybe for something like a 5K, I might do some dynamic stretching, but I'm not a super serial enough runner to really have done that. Maybe if I ever like actually buckle down and start doing the speed work thing I keep saying I'm going to do, maybe I would care and I would do that more, and I probably should, but I don't. I just kind of show up and go. I don't have much of a strategy. I would say probably if it's your first 5K, I would run it around the time that the race is going to be, which is probably in the morning, so that you can simulate the circumstances in which you will be running. Just to give yourself an idea of, do I need to or want to eat before I race? Do I need to stretch? Do I need to not stretch? You kind of have to figure it out. And you will. Do what you've been doing, and you'll be fine. Yay, 5Ks. So that was Anna. The next question, or series of questions, comes from Allie Gets, and she says, what are your favorite things to do during the winter? Holiday traditions? What are your Thanksgiving plans? My favorite things to do during the winter are eat and sit. But I have actually been doing a lot of both of those lately, so I don't know how much of that I'll be doing over the break. I am going to try, actually, to not eat constantly, the grazing, and to move more, which I've gotten better about in recent years. So this is what I'm going to continue to try and do. There are not many holiday traditions in my family, and they have been less tradition-y since my grandfather died, and people's families are scattered across the country, and it becomes more and more difficult to know when and where we're all going to be together. when we do get together for the holidays, these are a few things that happen with my side of the family. One is that my mom gets my sister and I a new set of pajamas every single year for Christmas. Michael gets one too. For many of the years, he's gotten nearly identical pairs of pajamas. My sister and I seem to have better luck, so that's something that happens. Two is that we play board games, and my sister and I usually team up and beat the shit out of my parents at Cranium, and they get really mad, and it's really funny. That happens. The other thing that happens is that my sister and I will inevitably sit down, I'll be at the piano, and I will play, and we will sing through the score from the Anastasia soundtrack. The timeless, what is it, Fox or Time Warner? I don't know. The timeless non-Disney animated film about a butchered royal family in Russia in the early 20th century. It's heartwarming. It actually is. It's kind of gross how they change this story and use it for this movie. Anyway, I am glad that I was able to bring this up because Brenna talked about Rasputin, and so I'm making a Romanov connection there. Anyway, that's what we do. There's no, like, particular foods that are traditional. There's no guarantee that we'll actually be at my parents' house in Tennessee when we do get together. They have a place down at the beach off the coast of Georgia, so we might be there. I don't actually know. One of Michael's family's Thanksgiving traditions, I don't know if there are any, oh no, on Christmas they go to Waffle House, which they've stopped doing since I've been in the picture because they know I don't like it, and he's throwing so much shade at me right now. I think they've stopped going because they know I'm being judgy, even though I'm trying not to be judgy. But that's something that has happened, but doesn't really happen anymore. But for Thanksgiving, they have sloppy joes for lunch. That is a thing that they do. And I assume that's a thing that's happening again this year. Yep. We are spending Thanksgiving with them. So our plans are, I'm actually really excited. His parents' anniversary is tomorrow. Meh. It's soon. And so they decided they wanted to do something nice to celebrate because it's a big one. Is it 30? Yep. Okay, 30th wedding anniversary. And so they managed to round up all of their immediate family and soon-to-be family, his sister's fiance, and we're all going to the beach. We're all going to Kiowa Island, which is off the coast of South Carolina. It's very close to Charleston. They've rented a house, and we're going to be there for a week. And I'm not going to think about school. I'm not going to grade. I'm not going to think about exams. I'm going to get up and eat and run and go on nature walks, and maybe we can go kayaking, and we're gonna do all sorts of fun things. It's gonna take us 1,000,000 hours to get there, but I'm really, really excited about it. We've not had a legit, like, vacation in a long, long time, mainly because we can't afford it. So I'm looking forward to it, and that's what we're doing. So that gets to Allie. Okay, so now I'm diving into the Becky and Brenna pile. Becky says, what's your favorite go-to meal? When do I get to see your face again? Can't answer that right now. And which, if any, races are you planning to run in 2014? Truth time. We plan all of our meals. And so if a meal does not get planned, I don't have much in the way of go-to meals. Primarily because I don't buy produce just willy-nilly. I don't like to buy it unless I have a plan for it because I know that it will probably go bad. Because I won't think of something great to do with it, and for some reason just roasting or sauteing or whatever isn't a viable option. So, I guess in that case it would probably be something really lame like pasta and canned sauce. It's bad. Anyway, but I plan out decent meals, so it doesn't happen most of the time. As for races, I don't have anything planned right now, and it's kind of shitty because I am exercising regularly, but I am not feeling compelled to do it, or to do more than I'm currently doing because I don't have a race to train for. So, I am not gonna do the mini again. It was just too big of a race. I'm currently contemplating either doing the Hoosier Half, which is in Bloomington, so that's a plus, but the downside is that it is probably the hilliest course that one could run in Bloomington, So that's not appealing. Or maybe flying pig. I don't know. Nothing set in stone. So we'll see. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. I'm gonna do, I think, an 8K, a reindeer romp coming up at the beginning of December in Nashville, Indiana. And that's about all I have planned out. I don't know. Maybe it's time to not do races for a while. Let my wallet catch up and rest and not be sad anymore. We'll see. Nothing for now. All right. More from Becky. Becky Balances, in case you're unfamiliar. I somehow doubt that. How did you meet Michael? Were you a bridezilla? Those two are related, so I'll come back to the last two questions in that. In that little bit. I met so in Nuche, this is the story. Michael and I went to the same undergrad institution. He was a freshman, I was a senior. We did not spend a whole lot of time together while we were in school at that point. I was his theory TA, so we knew each other that way. That was about it. I graduated, I moved away, I did a master's that took 2 years. After those 2 years, there was an opening at my alma mater for someone to teach music theory, class piano, accompany, do all the sorts of things that I was actually equipped to do. So I lobbied hard and I got the job. And I moved back and I ended up being in a position where I was now a faculty member at a school where their senior class were people that I had been students with, Michael being one of them. And so we didn't we saw each other and we're like, hey, I know you. We started to reconnect in the middle of the year because I was assigned to accompany his senior recital because I knew this really difficult Brahms piece that everybody likes to play on the clarinet and nobody likes to learn on the piano because it's lots of hard stuff. But I played it, so I knew it. So I was working on his recital. We were spending a lot of time rehearsing. And then in the spring semester, something happened with a scheduling conflict with my current TA for the class that I was teaching, and Michael got assigned to my class. Anyway, we just started spending a whole lot of time together, and we're pretty similar people, and I don't know, it just started to become apparent that we were both into each other. Obviously, I was trying to be a professional. We did not officially date until he had graduated, and I also never felt it was a real conflict of interest because he had never been a student of mine. We had been students together, but I was really cagey about doing the right thing. Anyway, and the whole faculty found out, and I'm sure it was like a point of gossip, but I'm sure none of them expected us to get married, so screw you guys. Meh. Anyway, as for the bridezilla, I don't think I was. I know at some points emotions run high with weddings, right? Like, things become more significant and you get more bent out of shape about things than you might under ordinary circumstances. I don't think I made any uncool demands of people involved in my wedding. I know that I had fights with people because I'm really high strung and I got high strung sometimes. Ultimately it was fine, except for one person who was one of my best friends, and then we both did some really shitty things to one another, and he just kind of stopped talking to me forever and ever. Amen. But besides that, I think I was a treasure. Anyway, more Becky questions. The best road trip I've ever taken. I'm really not a fan of road trips. But have I taken a lot of, like, noteworthy road trips? I don't know. I took a trip once with Michael from Bloomington to DC, and that was close to the beginning of our relationship, so that was fun. Did your dentist try to give you more hush money? Because bitches be bribing. No more hush money. I had to go back to the dentist to pick up my, like, device thing because it was finally ready, and he thanked me again for being so patient with him on that day that he knows wasn't fun for me. Oh god, it wasn't fun for me either. Like, would you fucking stop? That was not the point of that day. Your feels. No, my feels. That's what mattered. Anyway, I had to go back to get the thing, and I got it, and now I think it might not actually be fitted right because it's hurting my teeth, and now I feel like I might have to go back and do something about it, but I don't want to. I can't deal with these people anymore. But maybe I'll get some more hush money out of it. So, whatever. That's what happened with that. Becky's questions are done. Moving on to Brenna, who has 5. Dear God. Running with Guts asks, 1. While many awesome humans have visited Utah, you have yet to do so. Why? I guess we can deduce from that perhaps I am not awesome. Or perhaps that I am a broke-ass graduate student and no monies for just traveling anywhere that requires plane tickets. I'm gonna move on because now I'm sad. But you've also not come to Bloomington, so... And lots of awesome people have come here, so there we go. Should work that out. Number 2, if you were not currently wrapped up in academia, what would you be doing / do you need an advanced degree to pursue your goals? I don't know. Trying to figure that out. And also, I don't know. I'm hoping not, really, because I'm currently maybe thinking about my place in this degree, and so thinking about anything else that would require an advanced degree is not something that's currently on my radar. I'm trying maybe to think about editing, publishing, that sort of thing, trying to network, make contacts. I feel like it's something that I would be good at. Because I'm such a wordsmith. I'm good with doing things to other people's words. I'm good with my own words most of the time when they're written down. That's the angle I'm working right now. We'll see. I know that's a bullshit answer, but that's all I got right now. 3. What did you do for yourself today? Parentheses, you inspired me to do things for myself all weekend. That's really nice. To be truthful, I've kind of forgotten about the be purposefully kind to yourself thing that I've been doing. Largely because since I started ignoring all of my doctoral work, I felt much better, so it hasn't been as pressing. So maybe that's been kind of my ongoing kind thing, although ultimately it's really not. Well, one thing that made me happy and excited and kind of busted me out of my sort of teaching doldrums today was making plans for tomorrow and deciding that I would go and spend a few of my dollars to get things to make those plans happen in a hopefully spectacular way tomorrow. So that made me happy and it gave me purpose for like an hour. So I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna say it counts. And number 4. I should have read these earlier all the way through. If you were a cartoon character, what outfit would you be wearing for eternity? So is this like does it need to be cartoony, or is it just supposed to be representative of like my essence or something? This is really hard to answer. Representing me for all eternity. Well, okay, if it's representing me for all eternity, then I think, the shirt you're wearing? Michael says I could be wearing my shirt I'm wearing right now, which says, I'm so tired, which is true. So I think this shirt paired with leggings, because people can put whatever the fuck they want on their bodies and fuck anybody who says that they can't. And this shirt does not cover my ass, so double fuck those people who get mad at people who wear leggings without ass covering shit. That's what my cartoon character would wear. Thank you, Michael. That was an excellent suggestion, and that's what would happen. And now, our final question. No. Can you show us the contents of your wallet or purse? Luckily for you, I actually do just keep this over here on the table. This is a wallet. Michael gave it to me. I love it. I don't really carry a purse lately. I've been carrying a messenger bag. It opens like so. I think I have some dollars. Yep, some dollars. And a flat penny. Ooh, and some like actual change, which I very rarely have. This is left over from being in Pittsburgh and needing to get around on buses and things. Yeah, flat penny. Yeah, from the Field Museum in Chicago. Nay, 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 nay. It's a T-Rex. So there's that. I have some credit cards I'm not going to zoom in on for reasons. I have some IDs, both school and other, that I'm not going to zoom in on for reasons. I have a couple of pockets with my sister's old business card that is no longer applicable. No longer applicable. I have a code to the garage door for the place where I cat sit often. I have some birth control pills, emergency credit card, an old-ass Starbucks gift card, some old-ass, insurance cards. One of these, at least, I should have gotten rid of. That's confusing. And a punch card to the Scholars Bake House, because when I spend monies, they give me punches, and those punches add up to something. I've never actually filled out a card, so I don't know. Anyway, this video is approaching Brenna lengths, so that must mean that I'm done, and I am. I don't have any more questions, so this was fun. Chat with you guys later. In the meantime, cheers, bitches!